But honestly, we went into the cave, and as soon as you got into the middle, like there's an opening there, like we looked up, and there was like it was like some kind of magic. I don't know. And the clouds like opened up right in front of us, and we saw the northern lights, and we were just standing there like, holy shit! And I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Moment as well on our way, like we were like with two friends, and we were doing some South Coast exploring.
Oh, nice.
We had just spent a night in a summer house where we had like a lovely experience in a like with a hot tub. We had done the Golden Circle.
So nice. Somewhere in Grimsness or?
No, it's in Bláskópið. It's
Bláskópið,
very close to like Laugavatn.
Yeah.
Brekkuskógur.
Nice.
Yeah. And so we did like brunch, like kind of lunch, in Freidimar. The geothermal.
The tomato beers.
I drank 2 tomato beers and I got drunk.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, it was like, cheers, guys! Yeah, she was driving, and also the other guy was driving, and there was just me and the other guy, and I was the one who really wanted to try them, so we bought 2.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cheers!
Was it
so
good?
I
never tried the tomato beers there. Is it good?
Interesting. One of them is better.
Yeah, one of them was good. One of them.
The darker one is better.
Tomato beer, guys.
Anyway,
yes.
and it's obviously like very like it's grown with like geothermal energy. It's very like green.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Very Icelandic. Anyway, so we had
very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
And then we had gone to Seljavallallaug, and it was. I mean, Seljalandsfoss obviously was nice. Seljavallallaug is like a hike, like a little bit into a valley, where you have like this geothermal heated swimming pool. It's the oldest swimming pool in Iceland.
Very cool.
Yeah.
In the mountains. Oh, it's so cool.
And that is so cool. Like you're there and you're like, fuck. It's like a.
Yeah, there's just this like little. There's just like this little
She's
spring.
been there.
You've not been there?
No,
we have to take you there.
Yeah. There was this little spring coming down from the like, and it's warm, and you're just like. Anyway, and then we went to Vík at the Reynisfjara, which is the black sand beach, apparently called by
and tourists. It was so cool because it was kind of like nightfall, or like it was kind of dark,
sunset, like kind of thing.
And it was so mysterious because you can hear like the sound from the waves, like
the basil column, and there was just like everything.
It was so mysterious.
And on the way back, we were listening to Móðir mín í Kví. Like a very...
What? Even I didn't understand that. What?
Móðir mín í Kví. The
super scary Icelandic
the Icelandic
Kví.
Anyway, it's a very...
That's Icelandic, and I've never heard it before.
Very scary Icelandic, like...
Holy crap, that sounds really...
It's like a children's song.
Lullaby.
Yeah.
It sounds really creepy though. I'm like, fuck.
It's very creepy. It's about like a dead child that is like singing to its mother.
No, the other way around. The mother is singing to the baby.
I've been to the elf store. And the guy was saying that. He was singing as a part of the song. I was at the elf store. And he was singing one song, and he said, like, better not to know the words because it sounds nice.
Yeah.
You're singing it.
But the lyrics are not good.
Basically, Móðir mín í Kví is like, Móðir mín í Kví, my mother, hvítu ekki því. Don't like be anxious about it. Yeah. I will lend your doula, which is what it was wrapped in when it was like taken to die in the nature. I'll lend it to you. I will like lend my clothes to you to dance in. It's basically the translation.
Wait, how is it in Icelandic? Say it for me.
Móðir mín í Kví.
Yeah.
Hvítu ekki því.
Okay.
Ég skal já þér duluna mína.
Yeah.
Duluna mína að dansa í.
Okay, I
and
think I've heard it
basically the
before.
story about it is that this mother had to carry out her child.
Died.
And then there was this dancing ball. She didn't have anything to wear. So she didn't want to go, and she was like out in the where the sheep were kept, in the house where the sheep were kept. And then apparently her child came onto the window or something, I don't know, appeared, and sang that song.
That's
and
creepy.
she was
That's creepy. Like,
Yeah. It's
what are you doing, man?
Okay.
Thought you were dead, Jimmy. Like,
Anyway, but you know, it's super Icelandic, these kind of things.
yeah,
And
they are. We really,
and
yeah.
we were listening to this very cute, not cute, very cool, like modern version of it. It was kind of like very spooky, computer. Yeah, I don't know. And then like, of course, the Northern Lights just like. Bam! on the
Wow.
And it was just like-
it started on the right side. It was like a little white
Yeah.
and green. Like we were like, wow, we're taking pictures. And then it just became crazy. Like on the other side of the window, there were like stripes like of the lights in the sky like this, and they were like,
So cool.
yeah, it was like a road of lights like in the sky. You could see them like disappear.
And I was just like, oh my fucking god, I'm like the most perfect guide ever.
yes.
Ah,
I take the
nice.
Moses
Yeah.
Golden Circle tour, then I do the South Coast tour, and there are
Turning
Northern
them on.
Lights.
Yeah. It was so amazing, and it was all the way back to Reykjavik. Basically, it was just
Wow.
like constantly like, oh, it was the most amazing lights.
Yeah, it
It's
was
crazy.
cool.
Yes.
Honestly, the Northern Lights, like sometimes, like when tourists like are talking about them or like how they expect to see them.
Yeah.
Like you see the pictures, you know,
Yeah.
like the pictures that are shared the most and most viewed are like of the most craziest ones.
Yes.
And like sometimes the Northern Lights is just like a bright cloud.
Yeah.
And like it's not moving at all. It's
No.
like it's staying there for like half an hour.
Yeah.
You're like, cool, that's the Northern Lights, you
Yeah.
know? And you're like, you saw the Northern Lights, but like you didn't see the best version of it.
No, sure.
And the best that I've seen was like when I was living on the outskirts of Reykjavik in Kópavogur. I was going home from school or something, I don't know, like one day it was like 10 p.m. or something. And it was just, oh my god, it was crazy. It was like, it was green, it was purple, it was blue, it was like pink, and it was just, and it was dancing.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
everywhere. I just laid down on the ground where I was, like in the snow, like holy
Oh my
crap!
God.
And it was dancing there for like 20 minutes, and I
Like
was like,
during the storms, like the solar
yeah, the
storms,
solar storms. It's crazy.
It's amazing.
you just lie down and you're just like, oh
Yeah.
my fucking god.
Yeah, it's like it's mesmerizing. You're watching
And
it,
even
you're like,
though you're Icelandic and you like grew up with them,
Yeah.
you're still get
Amazed.
You still
Yeah.
get amazed, and that's
It's magical. You get
It's
like
magical.
you get like
And
caught
every
up in
time
the
it's so
moment.
unique.
yeah, it's
It's
like,
not like a rainbow can be beautiful, obviously.
but it's always the same shape.
But it's always the same shape, always the same color.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows like, oh, it's a rainbow. Like yeah.
Yeah.
But the Northern Lights, it's so unique. It's so
And it's
typical
also
to
like
Iceland.
magical. It's like in the night. It's always
Yeah,
late and it's
yeah.
always dark and it's always
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
it's mysterious.
It's really cool.
and it's
I love it.
unexpected, kind of.
Yeah, and also because it's like something
And you know
happens.
what?
you're
It's
like,
for
And it's so
free.
rare.
yeah,
And
exactly.
it's so rare because like it's kind of like a myth because everyone is talking about it, but you
Yeah.
rarely see it. It's like everyone wants to see it, but
Yeah.
and then
My-
when you finally see it, it's just really amazing.
My friends from Bergen in Norway, they were telling me about like, you know, they're like they're north enough to like get cold and like get dark and stuff like that in the winter especially, and they were telling me like, sure, sometimes they get like Northern Lights, but it's never like this crazy experience.
No.
They can see, like I said, like a bright sky up in the
Yeah.
up in the bright
Like
clouds.
cloud
Yeah.
and
Up in the sky,
yeah.
and it's like really rarely they can see like some dancing happening.
Yeah.
But here in Iceland, like you can.
It's a
and-
show.
yeah, it's a show, and sometimes like even like a couple of months ago, maybe I was getting home like after after closing shift at work, and like people often say like, you can't really see it in the capital because of the light pollution. Bullshit.
That's
If
bullshit.
it's strong enough, you're gonna see
Yeah.
it.
We saw it
You
in
can-
our apartment.
Yeah, like you can see it
nice.
everywhere. It's like I was standing in the street next to like the light posts and everything, and like I was looking up in the sky like, holy
freaking
shit.
awesome.
The
And it-
worst thing is though that you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna catch this on my phone, and then you take up your phone. There are two things that might happen. Either you don't see it on your phone because its phone doesn't sense it, or your phone is like, oh, it's cold outside.
Yeah, it
it dies, and you're like,
That's because you have an iPhone.
Yes,
It's like no. Well, but like yeah, it was only a few years ago when like until like the newest types of phone could like easily capture the northern lights. So like you needed like a real camera. And I have a few friends, a few in particular that I really want to get on the show, like who take some really beautiful photos and of the northern lights as well. And like last year I wasn't using Snapchat. I was like going to the gym and I was like, oh fuck, and it was like a river on the sky. You were like, what? Like it's green river. You're like, what the hell? And I took Snapchat. I was like, oh, you can see it. It was like, what?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I know, it's stronger now. And you're like,
My friend told me about like.
I have a selfie with the northern lights.
Oh, nice. Did you get a signature?
I think it's not her dad, but like some man, some man that she knows is a pilot.
Not your dad. Wait. Say this again. Not your dad, but it's some man.
No, not mine. Like my friend told me. Okay. About it. Some guy, like her uncle or something. I don't know.
They're kind of related.
Yes. Okay. And he's a pilot.
They're
here in
Icelandic,
Iceland.
so they are related.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's been flying to Iceland, landing in Reykjavik, and
Pass me the wine.
And seen the northern lights from the.
God, I look like an
from the
alcoholic
plane
in this video.
He's seen like the northern lights over Iceland.
We all do.
From the plane. Like
plane. That is awesome. Yeah. Keep saying.
I
have a story though.
Yeah, that was my story. He saw the northern lights from the cockpit, like when he was landing in Reykjavik. He saw the northern lights in the sky.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Every time, like, honestly, guys, if you guys are booking flights to Iceland or from Iceland, I do this every time. If I'm booking a flight from Iceland, like to Europe, I always try to pick a window seat. A window sheep, man. Hey, sheep. No.
You always bring a sheep with you.
I've always heard that in Iceland there is more sheep than people living.
No, that's not true.
Not anymore, I think.
But it's in the Faroe Islands. It's like 3 times the population.
It's in New Zealand as well. But like, I always try to pick one that faces the north, especially if it's like in the night.
Yeah.
And like, because this one time I was flying back home from America.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Like, it was like a 5-hour flight. And for 3 hours, I could see the northern lights. Wow. And I was in the window seat. And the whole other side of the airplane was like, excuse me, can I just look outside your window? I was like, that'd be €5, please. But honestly, like,
that must have been annoying. People were sitting like this, and then
honestly, it was one guy.
Sleep, like,
there was one guy who did it, and he bought me a drink for it. I was like, cool, like, like, now I understand how tourism works. Like,
You know, we can swap seats for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I was trying to like fall asleep, and I was like next to the window, and then I opened my eyes. I was like, damn, that's beautiful. And like for like 10 minutes, I saw the lights like dancing. It was awesome.
Because it would have been so weird when I flew to Stockholm just the other week. It was a late flight. It was like 9-10 in the evening.
Definitely.
And it was a full moon.
Yeah.
And it was such a small. I was sitting like this, watching the full moon for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like it was so calm.
Yeah.
It could have definitely been, because there was not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah.
Wow.
It could definitely have been northern lights, but it was also a nice flight. It was just like the full moon was through like that, and it was like
so bright.
No turbulence. I had the whole row, so I put my feet up like this. And I was like, yes, it was the best flight ever.
Yeah.
I love that.
But when I was little, when I grew up in Mosfellsbær, which is a town outside of Reykjavik.
Which basically means like a moss mountain town. The Moss Mountain Town?
Anyway, we're pretty
Icelandic.
straightforward when we're like naming our places.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I had a window facing north my whole childhood, like facing Esja. And you can see whole Esja, like the Mount Esja from my window. And it was amazing. My bed was just like along with the window. So every time there would be northern lights, I would just lie and fall asleep looking at them.
Nice.
You know, it's amazing. It's not really doable now here where I live in Reykjavik. I kind of missed that Esja northern lights view.
Wow, I can believe that.
That's a great childhood.
That's a perfect view.
Yeah, but also we had these like very big kind of park playground, vault, area down by my house, so there were no like light pollution straight by my house. You know, there was a very big open space.
Yeah.
So it's very nice.
Amazing, and so many places still to go and to visit in Iceland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go up north.
Yeah.
North, the west fjords are amazing. The east
Yeah.
fjords are amazing. South is amazing. The north is absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely going up north, like in January.
But there's like -18 now in the north. -18 people coming off the road. My friend just went off the road just today
Oh no.
because there's like more than a meter thick snow.
But that's
in
kind of
the-
scary.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
Svenja said actually.
Yeah.
She was
It's
telling
so-
me
But that's
how
kind of
she
why I
driving.
don't really want to go on like as many road trips now in the winter, because I find it kind of scary.
Yeah, like
And it's
there were
also
7 car crashes just
Yeah. And like, what was it last week when it was basically a storm and they closed
Yeah.
all the roads in
Yeah.
the south? It was
Yeah.
just, I find it kind of scary.
like.
I would rather go in the summer, but maybe I will fly to Akureyri. I don't know.
Yeah, it's expensive though.
Yeah. And it feels
Like
kind
right
of,
now, my car is on like winter, on summer tires,
oh no.
and I'm like looking at the street in front of my house, and I'm like,
Is it gonna snow tomorrow as well?
I don't know, but I need to use my car tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully
scary.
it's not
My
going to
parents,
snow.
or especially my dad, is always super late with like changing to winter tires.
Yeah, it's
So,
gonna
like,
snow.
I didn't change it just because I was poor.
yeah.
I needed the money.
Like some people change this in like October, and he's always like, no, it's not necessary. But then it's like suddenly it's like half a meter of snow, and he's like, wow. But he always changes them himself, just he goes to the.
Yeah, guys,
I don't
it's
know.
10 almost, and to wake up tomorrow.
Oh
morning.
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Let's wait for Daniel. He can make an outro for the podcast. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Maybe we can just finish it for him. Thank you guys for watching. Daniel says thank you. He's doing
He's
something in the
probably
bathroom.
stuck in the bathtub, trying to fit in.
Yeah. It's my guest like kind of puzzle to
Yeah.
fit into the bathtub
Guys, puzzle.
I hope you liked this episode
of us
we
chatting.
will- Yes.
Yes. Oh, Veronica, did you ever introduce me?
Oh, I haven't introduced myself though.
Yeah, please
Indeed,
do.
you are right. So hello everyone. As far as you know, I'm Veronica.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like.
Yeah, make the entrance for me.
We've already like almost finished the podcast. We were like, thank you guys for watching when you were gone.
Okay,
No,
wow.
but Veronica's gonna introduce
Yeah, she
I'm
hasn't
just
introduced
I'm
herself
just gonna
yet.
quickly tell about myself.
Yeah, it's
Well,
interesting.
you can take your time if you want.
No, I'm Veronica. I came from. Oh yeah, it's actually hard to say. Where did I come from?
Where do you come from?
Originally,
Where do you come from?
Originally, that's Poland. Like, I'm the only person, I think, 100% from my family truly Polish. Like, both my
You're
parents
the
are
only
100%
person in your family from
Yeah,
Poland.
because everyone is like kind of related to the past, so they have like the different roots. So I'm
Oh.
from Lithuania and Ukraine as well,
Yeah.
because it used to be like one big land
Yeah.
once in a while. So I think I'm coming from the first generation that is pure 100% Polish, as
Okay.
you can see.
Super proud.
Cheers.
100%. And what
That's
do you
true.
do? What have you done with your life, and what are you gonna do with
Yeah.
it?
Oh, it's been so many places that I have been, and it's so many places that I still want to go to.
Yeah.
And
The more you
Actually,
travel, the more
I-
you realize you
yeah.
need to travel more.
yeah, that's the thing.
Basically.
You are never settling down. You're just
Yeah.
always kind of anxious and always
You're
kind
just
of
kind of
looking
a
for
nomad.
adventure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Striving for it.
Yeah, so I took my gap year just to come to Iceland. I'm almost done with my studies, but I think I've told you guys. Like, at
Your
least-
bachelor study?
It's kind of a master, because in Poland you cannot do a bachelor in law. You have to do a master degree.
Oh, it's like a one package.
It is one package, so
Oh, okay.
you have to finish
How
after
many
5
years?
years.
5 years. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I finished like 4 of them, and I realized, oh, my boyfriend, he's going to Australia. I also want to do something cool in my life.
Is he in Australia now?
Is he? Yeah.
Oh,
he's in
wow.
Australia. So that's why I was like, I really want to do something, go somewhere, maybe not that far, because I would honestly not go to Australia to just move there.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe not yet. That wasn't my plan for the time being.
Yeah.
So I remember I was just sitting in front of the computer and I was listening to some podcasts and some videos from Iceland. And obviously, if you see the pictures from Iceland, you are just like, okay, tomorrow I'm taking my flight, and then you check your bank account and you're like, okay, maybe next year.
Okay, I'm selling my kidney. Okay.
So it was kind of like that for me.
I'm going on an adventure.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell anyone about this until July. I had my ticket bought in January. I was saving my money. I only told that to my boyfriend.
Tell anyone?
I only told that to my boyfriend
Why?
because my parents, they wanted definitely me to finish the studies and then go travel because they were probably afraid that I will stop my studies and then
But
come
you're
back.
not gonna stop it, are you?
I'm not gonna stop it,
It's
especially because
stupid after 4 years.
yeah, like, but I had like a lot of like difficulties passing from one year to another.
Yeah.
So at some point I was like, oh, I'm gonna drop my studies. It's not fitting me absolutely. So maybe it would be better if I just moved to Berlin. And I was like, confused with everything then. Yeah. But then I came back to the track and I passed pretty well the last exams.
Good job.
And I was so tired. I was just like, that's not the moment that I want to finish and study my career. I want to figure out what do I want to do in my life.
But isn't it also better to go straight from the studies to like starting a career and not take a break between? So you would rather just like take a break.
It depends on how young
It
you are.
depends.
I think it really depends. There's
And
so many
also
variables.
my subject, like my studies, law degree, it kind of expects being coherent and consistent all the time. You cannot just kind of stop and be totally uninterested in any particular law. You just have to kind of be aware of what is happening all the time. So after I took a gap year, right now I think it's a perfect moment because now I have like a distant perspective and different country, different experiences, and I also want to start the internship in embassy. So I'm not gonna be like completely out of the topic.
No, that's great.
So yeah, I think there are many chances actually to do it, and you don't necessarily have to stay in the library somewhere in Poland complaining how miserable it is to just study when your friends are having fun. So I was like, I'm not gonna look when my boyfriend is having like one of the best years in his life. He just packed his backpack and he was like, I'm going to Australia.
He's having a different kind of experience.
It is.
Yeah.
It
But
is.
you are having a very cool experience.
Yeah, and I'm super proud.
I mean, you're
everything...
meeting really cool people,
I'm so glad. I was just thinking about it. Like, how would it be if I were not here? Like, it would be sad. But all of my friends, I miss them truly back from Poland.
Of course.
But they are planning to come. That's wonderful.
Really?
Because suddenly they texted me saying, "Oh, now I have the reason, like for real, to come to Iceland."
Nice.
Obviously, there are other people also texting like, "Hey, I'm coming to Iceland. Can you offer me a couch?" Like, not really. Oh, can you at least give me a discount to the Blue Lagoon then? Like,
you're like, come on.
You're like,
just using me.
Yeah, they don't want to come to visit me. They just want to come and stay for free.
Yeah.
But that's another kind of topic. So Iceland, because I'm taking a gap year and I wanted to be somewhere with the nature.
Oh, is that?
No.
Just like 30 seconds ago.
Okay, but still we met we
already did the goodbye, so it's fine.
We did goodbye.
Oh my god, I need to pee. Oh my god, guys, I'm so tipsy. I've had so much wine.
Me too.
You guys, we can count the glasses on the videotape. It's like a lot.
Oh, the camera is so warm. I don't remember when we cut off. We were talking about you, right?
I don't know at what point exactly did the camera stop.
No, like we were introducing you, right?
It's blinking now. Should it be blinking?
Yeah.
But you were already like finishing up and you were saying the
You were saying something about...
No, I know. I finished at the point why I moved to Iceland.
Yeah, why you moved to Iceland, yeah.
Yeah, that's why, because like the gap year, and also obviously I saw the pictures and people started talking to me about Iceland and how amazing it is.
Yeah.
Obviously the money and the amount that you can get here, which would let me to kind of accomplish everything that I want to do in my life, which is like more of traveling, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Iceland is definitely temporary, but I'm super happy for people that I'm meeting and the opportunities that there are here.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I don't even want to come back for Christmas because I already feel as if like being in charge somehow here in my life. Like I take everything the way it is and it works out.
No.
And you don't want to leave a place where everything goes perfectly. Or at least for the time being.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's really nice to have you guys.
Yeah, I know, and it's kind of sucks because we're kind of starting this kind of thing where we have our gatherings, like we became pancakes. We just had
that was awesome.
The pancakes. Oh my god, we always have great food.
Yeah, I know, and now we had this vegan fiesta. And I'm just like kind of, it would be so nice to start a tradition where we would meet up and make some food.
Exactly,
but
that's what we were talking
I'm moving to Denmark in like less than a month.
Let's meet in Denmark.
Let's meet in Denmark. Let's do a podcast in Denmark.
This Swede is like, Denmark. This is like,
my God, you know, guys, I've been trying, like, I'm trying.
You've been trying to drink more wine of your glass.
No.
You need more wine in your
Guys,
glass.
I've been trying to drink more wine, but
There's no more wine.
Okay, so I've been watching these episodes. I've been watching Disney movies and Pixar movies in Danish to practice my Danish, and I'm going to Sweden.
I agree. No, sorry.
And I'm
sorry, the Danes, but Swedish, so you hate me.
I'm going to Sweden next week, and they're like, don't talk Danish here. And I'm like, I've been practicing it.
Are you kidding? You can't speak Danish in Sweden. That's
No.
it's impossible.
So
They
I've
will
been practicing
understand.
Swedish
If you
as well.
speak Icelandic Danish,
yeah, but she usually speaks Danish to me.
Okay, so
nu skal vi snakke
Yeah,
danska.
that's really easy for me to
Yeah, I
understand.
know,
That's
it's like-
Norwegian or
That
Swedish.
no, yeah, that's
Danish.
Icelandic Swedish.
Yeah,
that's like
no, Icelandic Danish.
you know, that's like when the Icelandic people are trying to speak Scandinavian
Yeah, and
languages.
that's so easy
Like,
to understand.
yeah.
That's like
So
Swedish.
lately I've been trying to like learn Swedish. So tjena kexet står du här och
Också.
myllar.
Also.
I'm so proud. That's like the cheesiest and most famous pickup line.
No.
But it's like as a joke. Like
Oh,
people
of
don't
course,
actually
like
use
that
it.
should be the first thing that you are
Texas.
learning in a foreign language.
Yeah.
It
That's so
should be
good.
something, you know,
Seriously.
like catching.
Yeah.
And also, hur mår du?
Yeah, like that.
Hur mår du?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so
Or
proud.
in German. Like I once remember I met...
Gets.
No, yes! It's just like a casual. Hi, how are you?
Wunderbar.
Ja, men
Wow.
wunderbar! Ja!
No, but when
I'm
you
so
want
sorry
to
to the
impress... But when you want to impress the guy...
I love this.
It's time to quit soon.
No, it's time to start for real.
Yeah.
When you want to impress the guy with your vocabulary, like
Okay.
especially when you are trying to pick him up, you're just like, hi, stich mir alle Löchern. So it's like imperative, like do it for me. So it means basically like stick all of my holes in my body.
What?
And you're trying to teach
And the
me.
guy-
And you're like, yeah, you should use this. I'm like, no, Mark, I'm not.
Do it!
No.
You will be amazed.
Maybe he's like
I'm
already
gonna be so
drunk
embarrassed.
in Germany, but
I can't imagine Sigrid saying this.
No, I'm too innocent.
so they're just like, hey, Cracker, do you stand there and crumble or whatever it says?
Yeah,
That's
it
like
makes
What?
sense.
the
Slave.
Swedish pickup
But it's
line.
so fucking weird in English because it's
Yeah.
like hi cracker, but in Swedish we was like it's like saying hi cutie, like hi sweetie.
Yeah.
But
Känner
if you
Texas.
translate it directly, it's hi cracker, and it's like are you standing here and crumbling? Because it's a word.
For the cracker, like
Yeah, the
It
cracker is
meant, yeah.
crumbling.
yeah.
But in Swedish, it's like a funny word play.
Because cracker also means cute, like
Yes.
kind of. Okay,
Like,
okay,
yeah,
I understand.
it's-
I understand.
yeah.
That was like 7 sneezes. What the hell?
Bless you.
Bless you, like 7 times.
Gesundheit.
Guess what?
Gesundheit!
Gesundheit.
Guess you try it, like
German.
she knows so
So
much
sick.
German.
Good bless you.
Yeah, she speaks fluent German.
Wunderbar.
Danke.
Ja.
Danke.
Ausreden jetzt.
Oh,
Or
See.
sounds weird.
Sounds nice, like German poetry. Oh. And when the guy
Whoa.
is speaking
German
German to me, I'm like, take me the way I am.
Well, I've never heard a person say that. heard it about French.
I think
But
German
no.
is sexy too.
German is
I think so as well. I'll
Well, that's because
But
you have a German.
But I also think Danish is kind of sexy.
No
because
way.
it's kind of similar to German.
Yes,
though.
because like they speak like so. No, they speak so.
The choking sounds. You like
Tough.
choking?
Rough.
That's pretty.
This conversation is going way.
They are real oral people.
Yeah.
They are really
You
skilled.
guys, so you think like, hey, well, how did it?
If it would be a nice looking guy, like
Yeah.
sure, with you, like drag Andrea, like.
Honestly though,
Let's move on.
honestly,
Conversation.
girls, tell me, if it's like a really handsome guy, wow, she's already like,
Yeah.
whoa.
I
And like no, maybe, like I don't know, like a really handsome guy, and like whatever language, like even if he spoke Chinese, you'd be like, oh, that is so like.
Yeah, I think there's something like attractive about someone speaking another language because it's kind of mysterious.
It's like mysterious.
And it's kind of
like
intellectual.
exotic. It's like.
And I find it attractive because it's.
It's like something you don't know.
Yeah,
something you haven't explored yet.
Something that they know better
That's
than
true,
me.
but it's not
It's
the only
intellectual.
thing that
It's like the
that
unknown.
affects
You're like,
me.
oh
Yeah.
man, like yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, I was just talking about this with the girls from work. Like, what is the first thing you notice about the guy when you meet
Ooh.
him?
What was it? I'm really curious.
What is your thing, Sigrid?
Wait, first thing I noticed about a guy.
Like, what do
Why
you
are
pay
we
attention?
The
videotaping
style.
this?
Why
like,
not?
A style of like clothes and hair and like the way they like the appearance. I guess.
Okay, like the general look.
The style.
fashion
Appearance,
style.
Appearance, like
Yeah.
hairstyle and clothing. I think
Yeah.
because that gives me.
How they appear.
Yeah, because that gives me and that's also for girls. It
That gives
me
you
an
an
image
image, yeah,
of
definitely.
identity.
Identity,
Who it is.
yeah.
Like,
It gives you a picture, like
Yeah.
to remember.
Yeah.
But like as soon as you start to like talk to the person, it's like it changes a little
Yeah,
yeah,
bit.
of
Like,
facial expressions, like
Yeah.
joke, like humor and like I don't know.
yeah, like the connection, like you instantly, like the first 5 minutes you start to speak to someone, you're like you kind of like you kind of decided like in a few ways, like okay, this person like is dumb. Like sometimes you're talking to a person and you're like, like
Well, you're just not on the same kind of
Yeah, you're
level,
not the same
or
level,
you don't
like-
have
Yeah.
the same.
You know, if you
yeah,
get
and,
lost,
and
to
you're not talking
share.
about like
And it's absolutely fine when
Yeah.
you don't have anything in common. It's just like not the person that you should hang out with.
exactly.
But on the other hand, like when it comes to me, like the first thing I notice, like of course, like the general look, like if he has a backpack and
That's the
and,
first thing.
and if he has like a shirt, like open chest, and like okay, let's go for adventure, let's go hiking, or has a tent with him, I'm like, okay,
You guys,
teach
if
me
I'm-
something.
Okay, so if I'm on
Show me
glacier,
around.
no, I'm on glacier shit. If-
Isn't it awesome? It's just like the type
That was
of
like me in
personality.
Italy. I was like, oh, backpacks. Like, you know?
Yeah, but also
You know,
if you
if
see
I'm on-
nails and teeth.
yeah, if
Nails
I
and
am,
teeth.
if I'm on Tinder and I'm like, outdoors?
Yeah, when somebody says outdoors.
Indoors, no.
Yeah. Or like a
No,
picture
that
of
thing
outdoors.
is-
Oh
the
my god,
bed.
if someone posts a picture with like a glacier in the background, I'm like, yep, you know.
Super like.
It's just like, outdoor people, yes, I could never be with like an indoor person and I'd be like, oh, I want to go camping this weekend. They would be like,
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no,
I
that's not
agree.
how I live my life because
Yeah.
I want to go anywhere whenever I want.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I have
That's
gone
the
camping.
fucking freedom that not everyone like, kind of has, but it's the only choice. I mean, like that's the choice that we have, and that's the
Yeah.
choice for everyone, and they're still not choosing to do it. They're just like, okay, Netflix. I mean, Netflix is nice, but
I
not in
love
Iceland.
Netflix.
Oh, not in
No,
Iceland.
not in Iceland.
But
We have
still,
pirates
like
there.
I've
Yeah.
gone I've gone camping during wintertime in snow, and I would never want to be with a person that would be like, that's fucking crazy, would never do that, that sucks, or something like that's too cold, or be negative
And doesn't
about
even,
it.
doesn't even want to kind of
Maybe try.
make
like,
a step.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
in the summer, my life is all about going camping, getting out of town, staying in the nature. You know,
Oh.
I am very connected to the nature. If I would be with someone that would just want to stay inside, it just wouldn't. It would just like kind of pull me down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. You gotta know yourself and like know what resonates with you, because like
and
if
also like being with a person that loves outdoors, that means just more adventures and like more adventures together.
True.
Yeah, but that's why, for example, why I also came to Iceland. Like, even though my boyfriend is in Australia, I felt as if it's not a time for me to go to Australia. It's just like the way that I want to be on my own first before I join him, maybe.
Yeah.
So you never know what is gonna happen, but obviously I think about it in this probability that maybe one day, like, we're gonna travel together and it will be nice. But for the time being, exploring on your own and having your own lifestyle and priorities, it really makes a difference, and you grow as a person, definitely, when you're just spending more time in the unknown, like out of your comfort zone. Not only on the couch, as I said.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice.
Like how it just sounds so. And obviously, if you do this, it's fine. You know, if you like Netflix, it's fine.
Doesn't sound like that.
But if you like
different personalities,
like spend all the weekends and stuff, like relaxing is very important to relax.
Yeah.
But like just like watching Netflix, like even like watching Netflix like late in the evening when I need to wake up the morning after, it seems such a like
waste.
Not a waste, but kind of you just kind of have this routine, just do the same thing.
Yeah, it's not developing like.
Yeah,
anything.
but when like I've been like working, sleeping, but whenever I get out of the town, I'm like a whole other person. It just feels amazing.
It's a way different experience, and it's like fulfilling you way more than like a few episodes of Netflix.
Yeah, I mean I have a day off. Do I want to go out of town and do this cool hike and be in the hot spring and stuff, do this activity, or do I want to spend it watching this episodes? You know, it's it's you'll feel so good not only doing it but also afterwards. You just you feel like you've actually done something.
Yeah, I really agree with that. But like some people are different, like you know. But there's one thing though that I am really super uber duper curious about, like in the worldwide context, and like probably some people who are watching, like who want to go traveling or something, but they have like somebody special, some spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend with them. How, like, are you emotionally and like just as a human being, like coping with, and your boyfriend, how are you guys coping with being apart? Like you're on a different different honestly
as far
on
as
a different sides of the planet, pretty much.
So the thing is, that's not easy. Like I knew it before I came here that it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah.
I've been already missing him when he was in Australia, and it's 11 hours times difference.
Yeah.
So whenever I wake up, he goes to sleep, and not a way around. So it's also hard to communicate in the way that we only have times on the weekends to catch properly for a call and talk for like 3 hours straight. Yeah. We can do it easily. But the thing is that since I came here and I started missing him, I started also realizing how important he is. So I can dedicate myself fully right now for myself, to grow myself.
Wow.
And then meet him somewhere on the opposite side of the world and be super happy that we both had a very intense life, even though we were apart. But we are kind of connected together. Like, it made us stronger because now we are saying to each other, like, oh my god, we are sharing experiences, what you've done today, how it's gonna be when we meet. Obviously we miss each other, like physically and emotionally. I'm kind of excited, but also definitely it's on the edge of my, if I know that I'm not gonna meet him, for example, I would be like, oh, it's really hard, but I'm sure that we're gonna meet. And I have a goal, and he has this perspective as well to meet. So when it comes to like couples and friends, even that's hard to cope and deal with, but you have to first build up your self kind of confidence and your own life, and you drag people more when you're kind of independent. people are like, oh wow, how are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like, I can learn from you.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's not easy, but you can do it. If you really care about the person, you can do it. If both people are into like keeping it alive.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah,
but
I
also
think it's
it
really
makes the
impressive.
moments that you guys actually have together even more special.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't waste time on fighting or anything.
Yeah,
You
never.
just really enjoy
Never.
the moment that you guys have together. I know this for like previous relationship, that like when you have this like distance,
Relationship.
yeah, when you're not like in the same country, that whenever you're in the same spot, it's just things are amazing.
No. He agrees. He agrees.
No.
Yeah, and how long has it been since you guys like last saw each other face to face?
He left in May, in the beginning of May. So
In
already
May.
like 7 months, and we're gonna meet on the 1st of May again.
Oh my god, the whole year.
Wow.
So whole year apart.
Yeah, the whole year. I thought
How-
it's gonna be earlier
Yeah.
because I thought I'm gonna save some money and go to Australia in January
Yeah.
or February. But yeah,
You went to
apparently-
Iceland.
And no. I came to Iceland also to earn some money to visit him.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I thought if I come in October, I'm gonna save enough money until January or February. But also his plans has changed a little bit. He's also gonna be dedicated more to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he said I'm gonna go to the middle of Australia, somewhere in the nowhere, working in the farm. So I'm gonna,
nice. I have a friend that did that.
yeah. So.
My friends are doing that right now. 2 of my friends.
But it's voluntary, and he's
Yeah.
doing it for money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I think they get paid too, but it's not like I didn't know that it was like good money that he's.
Yeah. He's looking for
Oh,
different
yeah.
spots and places to work.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, definitely our plans has a little bit changed, but that's good. That's how life is.
Yeah.
You can never say, okay, 1st of January I'm gonna be there no matter what, because the things go on and the
Things
lives
about
go on.
the main thing about plans, they change.
Yeah.
That's like the
Very
only
true.
rule, pretty much. But like
yeah.
sometimes not. But plans, they change somehow.
Yeah.
Either by the date or by the like accommodation or whatever, the hour or whatever.
Yeah, our current plan is to meet on the 1st of May in Berlin, and then
Oh, that's where you met, right?
that's where we met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told us the story about that last night.
It was funny.
Partying in Berlin. Berlin is a great place to party, guys.
Everyone needs to go there at least once just to feel the vibe, and if not, obviously not everyone will feel the vibe and want to stay there.
Yeah.
But I think it's a place worth to go and just to experience.
Yeah, Berlin is nice. I like it.
So the viewers, Mauni.
Yeah.
Our coworker.
Hi! So funny. Like he's here. Wow. Oh, sorry. So we had our cat,
Weirdos!
and the cat is
Keeping
called.
them talking since 3 hours.
Meowsy. And our coworker's named Moni. Guys.
Moni.
Hey.
My name is Moni.
I cannot
No.
leave this
Yeah.
podcast. I don't
I
think
think
I'm
it's-
suitable.
I think it's time to start wrapping things
No,
up.
cat. Like honestly though, like these last 10 minutes were really crucial though. This is something that I want to learn. Like learn about.
Let's make sure that the tape is not stopped. Yeah.
It's still
It's
and like
working.
because this is something like this like distant relationship is like, you know, like what, like how does it work? And like you're two people who like are living together
Yeah.
and then you go on a separate end of the world.
yes.
Like
Yeah,
and
I
you're
know.
like you're both like developing and like growing yourself. And
and the beautiful thing is that we never are jealous. I mean, because we put ourselves in the priority. So like I'm the most important for myself. I know it sounds a little bit selfish, but that's the way it is. Like,
self
you
is the
have
way to go.
And we were always both like single, like the only children in our family.
Oh, wow.
So we never actually had this kind of feeling to share anything with somebody.
Yeah.
But since we met, we are just having like this so much trust and kind of credibility that whatever we say to each other, we don't promise. We just kind of make things real.
Yeah.
And if it works out, it's perfect. But if it doesn't, well, it's life, it happens.
Wow.
But I'm always like, yeah, go for it. I'm really happy for you to be there, to do it, to explore. He's like, oh my god, you have to do this glacier hiking. It's only in Iceland. You should go for it, because he's doing like standard hiking.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh,
You're
glacier,
gonna beat him into the glacier.
yeah. But he's coming. He's coming to
Actually,
Iceland.
my friend also has a boyfriend in Australia. He's Australian and she's Swedish. So
Aussie.
Long distance.
Oi.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, because sometimes people cannot even maintain a standard relationship
In the same
I
city.
think
in
though,
the same city.
I think though, like, even though I don't really have a lot of personal experience in this matter, but like, what you're saying and what I've also learned is like, when you can make the long distance work, it means that like, your mindset is right, and it means like you can make the relationship work because, like you said, you put yourself in your like first priority.
Yeah.
Once you do that, you're making memories, you're growing yourself. Then you meet up again, and like
You share everything.
And you
and
share.
it's like explosion then, because
Yeah.
we are like, oh my god, I have so much to tell you.
Yeah.
Whenever we talk, we are like, 3 hours? Oh my god, when had that happened?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like-
know this.
it's like you like leave the house in the morning and you get back together in the evening.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit longer than the whole
But
day.
some people are stuck together. They go to the same university, the same workplace, the same friends,
Yeah.
and they are not really having their own separate life,
Yeah.
and that's what is
Or
killing
they're
them.
just very busy on like Snapchat or
Yeah,
something.
we are
Always
not using it. I
updating.
don't have Tinder. I don't have Snapchat. Like my
Well,
boyfriend.
I would hope you wouldn't have Tinder.
But I mean, polyamory is fine. We're okay with polyamory.
Polyamory. What's
Yeah,
that?
when you're like have relationships with
Like
more than
open
one
relationship.
person.
Polygon.
Polygamy or something.
Polyamory.
It's called monogamy.
Monogamy and
Monogamy.
That's when you're just something. It's when
Like
you're
which
just two
part?
people.
I have a big relationship with food and wine.
Oh, well, that's very international.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
No.
it's not a long distance
Yeah.
relationship.
No, yeah, but it's like.
You're cheating on the food with
Yeah,
it.
no.
But it also applies like the whole this whole thing that I mentioned. It not only applies to like male and female relationships. It also kind of relates to the friendships and people that you leave behind. It's kind of also sad that whenever you travel and whenever you go somewhere, you are kind of staying for a particular amount of time. You are not setting yourself down. You are not staying for longer. So you know that you cannot dedicate yourself fully to somebody because, I'm gonna leave and have here.
Yeah.
You don't want to kind of build a strong connection. You don't want to.
I know. I kind of know what you mean, but like when I went to New Zealand as an exchange student in 2012, I knew I was gonna go for like a whole year, and like I was leaving it took me such a long time to decide, and I decided because one girl that I was working with at a horse rental and a hotel, she said like the only thing that I regret in my life so far is not becoming an exchange student, and now I'm too old for it. And I was like, fuck, this is my last year to do it if I ever want to do it. And I was like, fuck it, let's do
I
it.
already told you that it's your last year to go to folkhögskola.
Yes.
Lydhögskola.
Yeah, I was actually like googling that shit just like a few weeks ago. I was like, maybe I should, but like honestly, and I did that. And I picked New Zealand because honestly, there's no country that is closer to the other side of the world than New Zealand. And then comes Australia, and then comes Antarctica,
Yes.
and like to Iceland on the other side. And like I went there and I knew like I'm leaving some of my friends behind. Like how am I gonna like stay connected? Of course now it's much easier than like 20 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because
God.
both of my parents were exchange students. Like my dad went to US and my mom went to Brazil. And like when they were leaving their friends behind, they were leaving their friends behind, you know.
Not a
But,
word.
like,
for
yeah,
you.
like when I was there, like in New Zealand, like my granddad was like Skyping me, like, "Hi," like I was like, "What? Like, do you know internet? Like what the hell, you know?" And then of course my friends, they were like all over the place, but still it was different, you know, like. And then I met some friends there, and like, it's really weird, you know, you're there only for 1 year, and you meet some people, and some of them like it was like a connection that you're like, damn, like I'm really like you feel bad that you're connecting so well because you know you're gonna leave. You're like, hey man, like we can't stay like this forever. Like whether it's like a boy or a girl, like a really good friendship or something else. But you're like, it's really weird. But like I went there like with the internet, it's so easy. Like you can stay connected, even though you're not like really physically like next to each other. You're like you can be next to each other with like just speaking to each other. Like I have honestly, I could say like a few of my really best friends in the world that I met in New Zealand, and it's like when I went there back in 2016, like I owe my time there to like their family, like them and their family. I was staying with them. I had a lot of adventures, and holy crap, I got some stories for next episodes. Holy fuck! Oh my god, some really good stories. Fuck
yeah,
me.
but that's the thing. You just need to enjoy the way it is.
Exactly.
Catch the moment, embrace the moment.
Yes.
And make it happen.
That is so true. Just enjoy the moment. Like who the fuck knows? Like maybe you have 1 year left.
Carpe diem.
Carpe diem. Exactly. Oh my god, that's like that means seize the night, seize the moment. Seize the moment. Yeah, it's like honestly. Oh my god, that's the whole.
Day.
Yeah, seize the day. Yeah, that's like. That's the whole like point of life, I think. Like if you meet someone, like don't think that you're gonna don't take it for granted. Like, you know, if you're building a relationship, like honestly, like listen to this. I have only met Veronica, I think maybe 5 times in my life. Think about it. How often have we met each other?
Yeah.
5, 6 times maybe.
When you won the oat milk competition.
Won? Exactly.
We met on Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween, and it's like a few times after that. It's like 6, 7 times. Secret, like maybe like 12 times. Like we come to say hi to each other and work.
Yeah.
Andra, maybe like 20, 25 times.
A lot of things.
Yeah, like no, but not that many times. But like
Yeah.
when
He
we
has
work
a
in the
wall in his room. Like
yeah, no, honestly,
5 times that.
no, honestly though, my point is like if you think about it, like it's not about how often you might meet someone or how much or how long you know someone or how many hours you spend together. It's the freaking connection you made. Like this is the second time we're meeting here to eat something, like to enjoy some time. Honestly, I want to. And like I would say this sober as shit, but I've already had a few glasses of wine, so it's even better now. But like this is what I appreciate so much. Like you guys are here traveling in Iceland, and like I've been traveling around the world, and like, and I meet someone, and like you just seize the fucking moment. Like you're there for a few hours, few days. Who cares? Like you have a great connection. You're like eating food, drinking something, or just enjoying the fresh air, or the really damaged air. Like if you're in China or whatever.
Or in Poland, back in Krakow.
Yeah. Right. And like
next episode, air pollution.
Yeah, and like, and it doesn't matter because the connection matters.
Yeah,
like
that's so true.
Enjoy it. Life's about that. Like that. Like
High five, guys.
For life.
Exactly.
For carpe diem.
Like like don't leave me hanging. You give yourself a high five.
I think it's time to end this.
Yeah.
Yo!
Thank you so much.
Honestly though, we had
Thank you
good.
for having us.
Thank you so much. We had great food with great people.
You guys are so clever. I love talking to you.
Yeah, we had like probably it's like.
Oh, I need some water. My
I'm the
soul
only
is dry.
I'm so dry.
I'm the only one who's not drunk. I just had 1 beer.
One beer. Oh my god, we had like 2
You guys, we'll probably continue talking, but it's maybe not suitable for the universe to know.
No, guys, let's.
Honestly though, thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna this is like almost 3 hours or something, 2.5 hours. So I'll probably post the short version and the long version. Both are great, but if you only have 1.5 hours, you should watch the short version.
Thank you so much.
Or listen to it. But like these guys are freaking awesome.
Subscribe, like, comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Follow
And
Daniel on
Instagram, Twitter, Tinder,
The Lost
everything.
Icelander promotion.
Thank you. But obviously, if you take one thing from this episode, just seize the freaking moment, guys. if you
wants to eat the bathroom.
Yeah. If you have a connection, make it stronger. That's the only. That's the only thing that matters, guys. Thank you very much.
I'm out.
Have a great week.
Bye.
I tapped.
You tapped. Yeah, you tapped. I was like, are you sure you want to? I'm glad. That's so much fun.